Hello everybody, it's Thursday, the week is almost done and a lot's been happening. So we'll start with the story of the week, which obviously is the progress made in trade talks between the US and China. So both sides are sending out positive vibes. The US, through President Trump and Secretary of Trade Wilbur Ross, have both been quite positive, which is unusual, especially for President Trump. But also on the Chinese side, there's been some positive echoes and quite a lot of hope that at least a phase one deal could be struck during this month of November. Today, some reports emerged pointing to some doubts over whether or not that will be possible, but the overall feeling in the market is more positive because of this progress made in the talks. Therefore, all the risk-related assets have been performing extremely well, and even the dollar has been performing incredibly well. But by far, the greatest beneficiary of this positive sentiment in the markets triggered by progress made in trade talks has been the yuan, the Chinese currency. So the yuan broke the barrier of 7 yuan per dollar recently, so it became a little bit stronger, and now we need less than 7 yuan to buy $1, which is great news, especially for the Americans. For the Chinese, it may not be such great news, because ultimately China is still an exporting economy, although internal demand is also growing, but mainly an exporting economy, and they do still need a weak yuan. So don't hold your breath while the yuan is above water, because this will be a very short-lived rally on the yuan. Moving on elsewhere, we've had a bad week for safe haven assets because of this positive market sentiment. So Japanese yen, Swiss franc, gold, all recording some losses there. Europe-wise, we have news in the European Central Bank, ECB, so a new head of ECB, Christine Lagarde. She's already said that she agrees with the policies of Mario Draghi, a predecessor, but also she added an extra dimension by touching on her first public appearance as head of the bank. She touched on hot topics like fiscal solidarity between the members of the single currency. So this is quite a hot topic. She also said that she agreed with the policies of a predecessor, and so far the markets seem to be encouraged by her stance. So the euro is doing well, not just on the back of this, but also on the back of some surprisingly good news coming from Germany. So the German economy this week, some positive numbers on industrial output, so great news. Elsewhere, we have, of course, the ongoing Brexit saga, now having a little bit of a rest while we wait for the election that is happening on the 12th of December. But essentially, the pound is staying where it's been for the last 2 weeks or so, since the reports started emerging about a deal struck between the EU and Boris Johnson. Now, the pound at the moment is on is about $1.28, which prices in lower chances of a no-deal Brexit, but also prices in still quite a lot of uncertainty, because realistically anything can still happen. So for this week, this is all I have for you, and look forward to speaking to you soon again.